The dark side of the Force has clouded everything, but in one crucial moment, the fate of the galaxy hung on the edge of a lightsaber. What if Master Yoda, the wisest of all Jedi, had prevailed in his legendary duel with Darth Sidious? Today, we're diving into the alternate timeline that would have changed everything. The year is 19 BBY. The Clone Wars are reaching their climax, and the galaxy stands on the brink of its darkest hour. Chancellor Palpatine, the puppet master behind both sides of the conflict, has finally revealed his true identity as Darth Sidious. His decades-long scheme, orchestrated through countless political manipulations and Sith sorcery, seemed perfect in its execution. But even the darkest of plans can be undone by the smallest shift in the Force. While Mace Windu lies dead, his trust in democracy shattered along with the window of Palpatine's office. The last hope of the Jedi Order rests with two final confrontations. Across the galaxy, clone troopers march against their former generals, their minds enslaved by chips that transform them into unwitting executioners. Jedi fall by the hundreds, their connection to the Force insufficient to warn them of the betrayal from within their own ranks. But in these darkest moments, when all seems lost, destiny takes an unexpected turn. On Mustafar, Obi-Wan Kenobi prepares to face his former apprentice, now consumed by the dark side. The lava planet's harsh environment mirrors the turbulent emotions that led Anakin Skywalker down his dark path. Yet on Coruscant, in the very heart of the Republic, Master Yoda approaches his own confrontation with determined serenity. 900 years of Jedi wisdom guide his steps as he enters the Senate building, where the dark side has festered for decades unnoticed. This time, something is different in the Force. The countless meditation sessions, the deep studies of ancient Jedi texts, and the wisdom gained from nearly a millennium of service to the light, all of it converges in this moment. Yoda, for the first time in his long life, sees through the shadows that have clouded the Force. As Palpatine hurls Senate pods with devastating force power, Yoda doesn't simply evade. Drawing upon ancient Jedi techniques, the ability to absorb and redirect energy, he enters a state of perfect harmony with the Force. Each pod Palpatine launches becomes part of an intricate dance, as Yoda employs both telekinetic mastery and Gem-So defensive forms. The pods, instead of being weapons, become extensions of Yoda's will, forming a steadily closing cage around the Sith Lord. This demonstrates the highest level of Force meld, where the user becomes one with both the Force and the physical objects around them. The Sith Lord's confidence wavers for the first time. His mastery of the dark side, fueled by decades of hatred and ambition, meets something he never truly understood: the full potential of the light side wielded by one who has spent centuries perfecting its use. Palpatine's legendary Force lightning erupts, but something unprecedented occurs. Yoda doesn't just absorb the dark energy. He channels it through the 7 points of light side focus: wisdom, harmony, serenity, peace, order, knowledge, and life itself. The Senate chamber fills with a spectacular display as blue lightning transforms into pure white Force energy, demonstrating the legendary technique of Force Light, a power so rare it was thought lost after the Battle of Ruusan. This is the power of the light side at its zenith, the culmination of 9 centuries mastering techniques that even the Jedi archives barely remember. The duel escalates beyond anything seen in recorded history. Palpatine, drawing upon the full depths of Sith sorcery, conjures shadows that threaten to engulf the chamber. But Yoda, moving in perfect harmony with the Force, emanates a light that dispels each shadow. Then comes the moment of truth. Yoda, channeling the collective light of generations of Jedi through his diminutive frame, executes a move that combines lightsaber mastery with pure Force power. The technique, ancient even by his standards, requires perfect synchronization between physical and Force abilities. Palpatine's defense breaks. His lightsaber clatters to the ground, and the architect of democracy's fall is finally defeated. The effect ripples across the galaxy with devastating speed. The death of the Sith Master sends shockwaves through the Force that affect every being connected to it. Clone troopers, executing Order 66, suddenly find their programming conflicting. The chips in their brains, designed to ensure absolute loyalty to Palpatine, receive contradictory signals. Some clones stop mid-attack, their natural personalities reasserting control. Others continue their mission, their programming too deeply ingrained to break. The galaxy descends into confusion as the carefully orchestrated purge falls into chaos. But on Mustafar, the most crucial change unfolds. Obi-Wan Kenobi, engaged in combat with his fallen apprentice, feels the shift in the Force like a physical wave. The dark side's grip weakens, if only slightly. The thousands of midi-chlorians in Anakin's cells, influenced by Palpatine's dark side presence for so long, begin to rebalance. In this crucial moment, Obi-Wan's words carry new weight. The galaxy holds its breath as the Chosen One faces his moment of truth, not in glorious battle, but in the quiet space between heartbeats where choice lives. The Senate, leaderless and shocked by Palpatine's true identity, fractures into three distinct factions. The centrists, led by Senator Bail Organa and Mon Mothma, advocate for a reformed republic with stronger checks and balances. The separatist reconciliation bloc, headed by moderate former separatist worlds, pushes for a confederated system with greater planetary autonomy. Most troublingly, the Palpatine loyalists, comprising nearly a third of the Senate, argue that the Chancellor's actions were necessary for stability, revealing how deeply authoritarianism had taken root in the Republic's institutions. The Jedi Order faces unprecedented challenges. Their numbers are decimated, their reputation damaged, and their Chosen One has committed unspeakable acts. Yoda, now faced with the aftermath of victory, must make decisions that will reshape the galaxy. The ancient Master knows that simply rebuilding the Order as it was would only invite future failure. The Force itself seems to demand change, a new balance between tradition and evolution. Meanwhile, in the shadows, other forces stir. Darth Maul, sensing his old master's death, sees opportunity in the chaos. His criminal empire, built patiently during the Clone Wars, stands ready to exploit the power vacuum. The former Sith apprentice begins moving pieces on the Galactic board, his understanding of both the dark side and criminal enterprises making him a different kind of threat than his former master. The criminal underworld, previously controlled by Palpatine's invisible hand, erupts into chaos. The Hutt cartels expand their territories, while the Pike Syndicate and Black Sun vie for control of crucial hyperspace routes. On Mandalore, Bo-Katan Kryze sees an opportunity to unite her people, turning their warrior culture toward a new purpose in the galaxy's reconstruction. And what of Padmé Amidala, the senator from Naboo, whose love for Anakin Skywalker defied the Jedi Code, now carries not just the future of her unborn children, but the possibility of a new understanding between the Jedi and the galaxy they serve. Her wisdom, tempered by years of political experience and personal sacrifice, may prove as valuable as any Force power in the challenges ahead. The questions multiply. What becomes of the clone army without their ultimate commander? How do the Jedi rebuild from their losses? Can Anakin Skywalker find redemption without first becoming Darth Vader? And perhaps most importantly, what new threats will rise to fill the power vacuum left by Palpatine's fall? As surviving Jedi emerge from hiding, they return to a galaxy forever changed. Trust is shattered, old alliances mean nothing, and the Force itself seems to be seeking a new balance, one that neither the old Jedi Order nor the Sith could have imagined. Master Windu's death cannot be undone. The corruption in the Senate runs deep, and somewhere in the galaxy, ancient Sith artifacts lie waiting, their dark power calling to those who would continue Palpatine's legacy. But most concerning of all is a presence that Yoda senses in the unknown regions, something that even Palpatine feared, something that may prove more dangerous than any Sith. The dark side may have lost its master, but the galaxy has lost its balance. And as Master Yoda will soon discover, sometimes victory can be more dangerous than defeat. But what happened next? What became of Anakin Skywalker? And how did Yoda's victory change the fate of Luke and Leia? Well, that's a story for another time. If you've enjoyed this journey through an alternate Star Wars timeline, there are more untold stories waiting to be discovered. Join our growing community of Star Wars enthusiasts who believe in exploring these what-if moments that could have changed the galaxy far, far away. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and activate notifications to catch our next alternative Star Wars story. Each tale offers a new perspective on the characters we love and the choices that define them. Remember to share your thoughts in the comments below. What other pivotal moments in the Star Wars saga would you like to see explored differently? Your ideas might inspire our next adventure. May the Force be with you, always.